Yo, 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 what is up, amazing, beautiful people? Your boy Jeffrey Gamer back at you with another GTA lspdfr tutorial. And this one is it's by request, and it's also to just put a video out there as I get a lot of compliments on my graphics, especially one of my graphics files, one of my Grand Theft Auto folders that has these graphic mods in it. And a lot of people on some of the Facebook pages and the Reddit pages and that wanting to know what I use and how to install them. Guys, this is going to be a full tutorial on all four of the graphic mods that I have in my game currently, and it runs great. Folks, before we get started, check out my computer specs down below in the description. Okay, check out my computer specs. If yours is equal or above it, you are good to go. If your specs are lower than what I have, please do some research to make sure that these mods will not crash your game or drop your FPS considerably. We will be going into the game, so I can show you how to work some of the things and show you what I did as far as lowering some of the graphic mods in the game and still getting optimal graphics for whatever graphic card you use. I have the 1070 Ti, and it runs these graphic mods beautifully. As a matter of fact, I had to make minimal changes to my default graphic settings in GTA. Okay, another thing that I am going to say right now: if you do not have the space to back up your game file, I strongly consider you do not do these mods unless you are 100% sure your PC or your laptop can handle it. Okay, I'm going to show you how to back it up. Okay, you want to go to your main directory. How to get there: this is for Steam users. Go to your local disk that you have it installed in, program files times 86, Steam apps, and common. All right, this is the one. This is my Make Visuals Great Again. I am going to be installing this into the into my NVR folder. Okay, folks, so what you want to do is you want to I'm not going to, I will show you how to install it, but I'm not going to install this stuff myself because I already have them in there. I already have my settings where I want them, and I don't want to mess any of that up, but I will show you how to do it, trust me. What you want to do, folks, is you want to right click that once to highlight it, left click it, copy it, go down here, or if you have an HDD, an external hard drive, you can save it into there. Okay, if you have room in your local disk drive, you left click, right click, copy, come down here, left click, right click, paste. Folks, it could take 20 to 30 minutes to do it depending on how many mods you have in your folder, but it will save your ass if your computer does not like these graphic mods. Okay, these are powerful graphic mods, and I strongly advise you do some research to make sure your graphics card and you have enough RAM to run it, and everything is good. Okay, I am not responsible for your game computer. I'm telling you right now, I am not responsible for any of your files for your computer. You are modding this at your own risk. I'm telling you right now, if you cannot back up your GTA 5 folder, I am strongly advising you do not install these mods unless you are 100% sure your computer can handle it. Okay, that way, if you install these and you go into your game and it's laggy, or your game just crashes, it can't handle it, and it just crashes on load up and it keeps crashing, you can't fix it. You go in here, right click, delete the file that you installed them in, go to your copied file, and you're right back to where you were before we installed these graphic mods. Okay, guys, so please do that. I do not want to see comments saying that it's crashing their game, that it ruined their game, or anything like that. I will not respond to them, and I'm sorry, but I will tell my folks in Discord to not, I don't know how to say it. I don't want to say that I'm going to tell them to not help you, but there's going to be very little patience for those that do not back up their file, and for folks that just throw it in their game thinking it's going to work without researching their computer. Okay, research your computer. When you put in graphic mods, it's important that you research to make sure it can handle it. Okay, I didn't research it. I just knew that the tutorial I watched on these mods, the person had a less computer than I did, so I knew I was okay, and I was, and it runs great. Okay, folks, so that is the warning. We're going to minimize the main directory because we are going to need it, so go ahead and minimize that, and let's go ahead and fire up our OpenIV because we will need that as well, folks. And we're going to go ahead and click Windows, and we're going to start that up. Now when mine starts up, edit mode is already on. And as you can see, edit mode's already on. If you want to know that little trick, go to Tools, go to Options, go right down here to Default Work Mode. Okay, yours will say Read Only. Put it to Edit, and then Close. Okay, and then minimize your OpenIV. So we have our main directory, we have our OpenIV down here, ready to go, guys. First thing we want to install, first thing you want to click is go click that Natural Vision. All right, double click that, and it's going to bring you here. It does say outdated version. Now I use Natural Vision Remastered. Okay, I think it's great. I'm a big fan of it, and matter of fact, let me see. Oops. Yes, okay, so that is the right one. I just wanted to make sure that I do have you guys on the right one. So yeah, so the Natural Vision, it does say outdated version, but folks, believe me, it works great. I have it in my game right now, and I run it all the time. Okay, so it was last updated March 7th of this year, and so it does work. This is the last one before Razed mods started making Natural Vision Evolved. Okay, that one you have to pay for it. If you don't want to pay for Natural Vision, this is the one you want. Okay, so go ahead and click download, and then it's going to bring you to this page. Click download there again. That one takes a little bit to download. I already have it downloaded down there. All right, and then the next one that you are going to want to install or download is going to be VisualV. So go ahead and click that link that says VisualV. All right, and same thing, folks. You're going to click download. It's going to bring you to this page here. You're going to click download again. I already downloaded that one as well because these ones take a little bit, and I don't want you guys to have to sit here and watch me download stuff. These two are pretty quick. The next one you are going to click is going to be ReShade. Okay, ReShade was just updated not too long ago. You're going to go ahead and hit agree, and you're going to click this purple download link right here, guys. Okay, you're going to click that. It's going to bring you down here. You want ReShade 4.8.2. now this is going to be an exe file, and we will get into that. So go ahead and download that. That one's usually pretty quick. We are not going to open that yet because that will launch our exe launcher. We don't want that just yet. Lastly, ENB. Okay, I use ENB. I love ENB. What you're going to want is you're going to want the top one right here, the 447. So go ahead and click that. And what you are going to do is you are then going to click the 447. Then you are going to go ahead and click the download, just like that, folks. All right, and that is going to bring that up right there. And let's minimize that. So we have all three of our WinRARs, and we have our ReShade setup.exe. All right, so let's get started on this, guys. First thing you want to do is install Natural Vision. Okay, let's get Natural Vision installed. Let's go ahead and bring up our main directory first. All right, and actually, you know what? Let's minimize that. Let's bring up our OpenIV first. All right, we're going to bring our OpenIV over here, and we are going to bring up our Natural Vision WinRAR. All right, bring that over here. All right, so here we have our natural vision. Now you have your main files, you have your manual install, which we're not going to do it this way. And then you have your optionals. Now in the optionals, you're going to see it has ReShade and ENB. We are not going to, we could install ReShade and ENB, but these are outdated versions. ENB and ReShade have been updated since this was put out. Okay, that's why we're going to install those separately. So we're not going to worry about this or this. Now you do have other ones that are enhanced motion blur, brighter nights, trash modifier, corona modifier, hide weapon reticle. And the cool thing is these are all OpenIV files, OpenIV installers. So if you click any one of these, you can remove all trash, add more trash, or have the default trash. Now, all of these files, when you go into them, brighter nights, okay, you've got the install and the uninstall, okay, and I'm going to show you just what I mean. Now, let's go ahead and we're at the front page of the Natural Vision WinRAR. You want to take this Natural Vision installer.oiv. When you see that .oiv, that means it's an OpenIV install. They're very simple to do. What you're going to do is you're going to bring this, drag this right into here, and drop it in. All right, once you do that, it's going to put it in here. It's going to bring up this box, and it's going to be Natural Vision Remastered. All right, you're going to install. Click your mods folder. Never click your games folder. Click mods folder, okay? So click that. It'll bring you to this page right here. You want to click, now I'm not going to do it, but you want to go ahead and click this. When this box lights up yellow, click install. Once you do that, it's going to install. And then when it's done, it's going to say installation was successful. Do you want to run GTA? Don't run it. Just hit the close button. That's going to show up there. All right. And then we are all set with that part. We can minimize our OpenIV. And now we want to bring up our main directory. All right. You want to go into your folder that you're going to install this in. So double click that. And here's our main directory right here, guys. This is the front page of the main directory, I like to call it. Make sure you have your buffer zone. If your main directory is like this, all tight, where everything is highlighting, you don't want that. Drag this out a little bit so you got a buffer zone here. Nothing's highlighted. See that? You go up and down. None of this stuff highlights. Right there. That's your buffer zone. Okay, guys? So we're just going to bring that in just a little bit. All right. Now, in your Natural Vision Remastered WinRAR, you want to double-click Main Files. All right. And you're simply going to highlight, hold your Control key, highlight Time Cycles INI, Time Cycle Mods ASI, and you're going to left click the both of these, drag them to your buffer zone, make sure nothing's highlighted. If you see that highlight, do not drop it in that. Make sure nothing is highlighted and drop it in here. Alright guys, once you do that, you can go back and Natural Vision is installed. You're done. Now, if you want to go into these optional add-ons, okay, I'm going to minimize my main directory and I'm going to bring back my OpenIV. If you go into optional add-ons and and this is another thing, you have the Natural Vision uninstaller. Okay, so if you want to uninstall this, you can double click Natural Vision uninstaller and you can drag it into here and drop it. And it'll be the same step that you just did to install it. Okay, you're going to install this, then you're going to go to the mods folder, and then you're going to confirm installation and Natural Vision will be uninstalled. All right. Let's say you want the brighter nights. You double click that. Okay. Brighter nights right here. Install OIV file. If you want brighter nights, you're just going to drag that install file right into your, why did that highlight like that? That's weird. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. I was wondering why I had the black circle. If you want to install brighter nights, you just drag that in, drop it, and again, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to select install, you're going to select mods folder, then you're going to confirm installation, and boom, brighter nights is installed. If you don't like the way it looks, come back into your WinRAR, get the uninstall, drop it in, and do the same thing, and it will uninstall it. All of these little additional add-ons have uninstalls in them. Okay, guys? Precise Thunderbolts. You got different versions you can get. 720, 1080, 4K, or 5K resolution. All right? they all have uninstallers in them. Just remember that, okay? So we are all set with our natural vision WinRAR. We can exit out of that, minimize our OpenIV. Next, let's bring up VisualV. All right, so here's VisualV. You want installation via mod package. All right, so double click installation via mod package. Again, VisualV.oiv, guys. All right, so what does that mean? Bring up our OpenIV. All right, I love these OIV files because they're so easy. All you're going to do is take this VisualV OIV, drag it into your OpenIV, and let it go. Again, it'll bring up this box. Click install, click mods folder, never click that games folder, click mods folder, and confirm installation. All right, I'm not going to do it. Again, I already have it. Okay, so you're going to click install, and again, it'll install it, and then it'll ask you if you want to run the game. Don't run it, just click close, and it'll bring you back out to your OpenIV. And folks, VisualV also comes with optionals. All right, and it has ReShade, E&B, Earth's atmosphere, which is it's kind of cool. You can take a look at it. It's more or less if you fly really high in the sky, you can kind of see, you know, it's got the Earth's atmosphere. So it's pretty cool. Pretty, you know, I don't really need it. But if you want to install it, you're going to take your Earth Atmosphere OIV, drag it into there, drop it, and then you're going to take these two files and drop it in your main directory in the buffer zone, just like we did with the natural vision, okay? If you want to get rid of VisualV, you're going to want to go back into your VisualV WinRAR and select original files. There's your original files before OpenIV. Again, you're going to drag it in here, and you're going to drop it, and it will uninstall VisualV. As of right now, VisualV is installed, so we can exit out of the VisualV. And I want to say we are all set with our OpenIV, but we're going to minimize it just for now, just in case we're not quite done with it. And let's bring up our E&B, okay? And this one, I'm pretty sure, yes, okay, so this one, I know for a fact, goes into your main directory, so bring your main directory back up. Make sure you got your buffer zone here, guys and gals. All right, as you can see, I already have the E&B series folder. There's my folder there, and all of these files right here are all going to be right here, guys, E&B, okay? It's all there. So what you are going to want to do is you are going to want to highlight all these files, except for the top one, then hold your control and deselect license and readme. All right, you only want the files that say E&B, 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 and then you want the D3D, the two D3Ds down here. So highlight everything except that top folder and the readme and licenses text. You don't need those, okay? Yeah, and that is it. So you should have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 files. Left click them, drag them to your main directory, and drop them in, guys. I'm not going to drop them in again because I already have it installed. So once you do that, E&B is installed. Go ahead and exit out of that WinRAR. Go ahead and hit your little refresh button there, all right, and minimize your main directory, okay? Lastly, we have our ReShade, folks. All right, we're going to want to bring our web browser back up because remember, we have our ReShade exe down here. We're going to hit that arrow and we're going to open it. That is going to launch the E&B exe in just a second. There it is. So here's your ReShade 4.8.2. You're going to click here to select the game and manage its ReShade installation. All right, so go ahead and click that. And what we want to do is you have these here that shows you. These are all the games that you might have in your game that ReShade is compatible or may not be compatible with, okay? But don't select here because you're not really sure if you have multiple Grand Theft Auto folders. So best thing you can do is go to browse, okay? You're going to want to go to browse, and you're going to want to go back to your main directory. So local disk, program files 86, Steam, Steam apps, and common. And here's the folder we want. All right, it's the main folder we just installed everything in. Double click that, and you are going to go right here. You want the GTA 5. This is the GTA 5 EXE. All right, let me make sure. Yeah, this is your GTA 5 EXE. So you are going to select that, the one with just the green V. Don't get the one that's got the green V with the ribbon through it, okay? Do not select your Rage. You want just the green V that says GTA 5. This is your EXE file. So you're going to click that, make sure it's down here, and click Open, all right? Now, existing ReShade installation found. How do you want to proceed? That's only because I already have it installed, all right? So you can uninstall it. If you don't want it, you can uninstall it just by doing exactly what we're doing, all right? So you might not have the update. I'm going to click the update, and you're going to come to a page like this. Select effect packages to install. You can go ahead and click them all here. All right, just go ahead and click them all if you want. All right, just because you click them all does not mean they're all going to be active when you get into your game, and I'll show you that when we get in there. All right, because this is the only thing we really have to mess with when you go in the game, and I'll show you once we're done here. So you're going to go ahead and do all that. Okay, you're going to select all these and just go to OK. Once you do that, it's going to start installing everything. All right, you're just going to click OK, OK, and let it do its thing. All right, then you want to click OK, OK again. Every time it brings up these boxes, just click OK, because these are the boxes that you selected at the beginning. So now it just has to install them all into your game. Again, it's a lot of stuff going into your game, guys. That's why I said make sure your computer can handle this, okay? And it's a little more, and a little more, and oh, there's another one. All right. So once you get to the last one, you're going to get this box that said ReShade setup was successful. You can edit ReShade settings here. All right. We're not going to do that. We're going to do this in the game, okay? So all you do is X out of that. And folks, we just installed Natural Vision, VisualV, E&B, and ReShade, okay? We are now ready to restart your computer. Trust me, restart your computer. And you're going to notice when you go into your game, when you launch your game, you're going to see some writing at the top of your screen that's going to say E&B and ReShade. It's going to say click a certain button to, it's going to say click the home button to launch the ReShade tutorial. Do not do that, okay? Wait until your game loads up before you hit that home button, all right? You're also going to see down in the bottom left corner, your GTA will now have a Natural Vision logo on it, okay? Natural Vision kind of changes your loading screen when you're loading into the game. You're going to see some changes when you start your game up. Don't worry. You will see writing at the top of your screen, and it will prompt you to hit the home button. Like I said, wait until your game loads. But definitely 100% restart your computer right now. And folks, I'm going to do that, and I will see you in the game. All right, everybody. So here we are in the game. I restarted my game, and it loaded right up, folks. Now, mine might look a little different because I did notice that because I updated my ReShade options were saved. So, mine might look a little different than yours, but I will show you how to go into the ReShade and adjust those settings, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to hit your home button, all right? And it's also going to bring up the social club. You can just hit your back button to get rid of that. And this allows you to move around while your menu is up over here. Now, what you could do is you could start at the very top. There's a lot here, folks, okay? I will show you what I have. I have adaptive sharpen. So, if you look, a good way to do it is to be next to the road, right? And set your camera angle up so you can get a good look at the road. All right, now we're looking over here at the road. And when you hit this adaptive sharpen, you can see the road get blurry. So when I select it, boom, that's how, look at how much more realistic that road looks. Clarity is the same thing. You see how it adds that tint to the road? Okay, and the DPX adds a little bit of brightness to your game. It kind of just makes the colors pop. I think that's all I have out of all this stuff. That's all. And then they have like funky ones that are like, you got bloom lens that adds flares, you know, crazy stuff like that. There's a cartoon one that will kind of, what's this bloom one? Yeah, that's a little too much. I mean, there's some on here that are ridiculous that you'll never use. You got this tint that kind of adds an old look to it. Let's see here, TAA. Yeah, the TAA kind of adds a, you can see how it like changes the, it blurs up a little bit. And then you got trails. I don't really know what that does, but there's some that you really got to look to see what it changes, you know. And you got like Technicolor. Oh, I like Technicolor. Look at that. That's actually pretty cool. Technicolor 2. Wow. So again, magic border. It just does some weird stuff. But yeah, that is it as far as this. Like I said, that's pretty cool. It kind of gives a little old look to it. Now, some of these sharpen options will give your guy kind of a crater face. You can see his face looks real weird. So some of these will do that, but it's really cool, guys. This reshade is really cool. You got super depth. Let's see. Sometimes it'll freeze, but it'll just, oh yeah. That's if you want to create a VR video. I mean, how cool is that, you know? So, you know, go through this and just select some different ones until you get the right feel of what you want. But let me go ahead and to exit out, you hit the home screen again and then back out of that. Now, the more options in that you select, okay, the more FPS you might lose. So you want to find that happy medium. And then you also want to go into your graphics settings. All right. And this bar right here, depending on how much video memory your video card has, you know, it depends on how much you can have your stuff on. I have 144 hertz. I record. I do. You know, I play in 1920, 1080. And I feel having the bar right there, I get no FPS drops. My FPS stay average between 60 to 70. My texture quality is very high. Shader's very high. But if you drop these down, right, you see how your numbers here go down. The more they go down, depending on your card, the yeah, look at that. If you put texture quality on normal, that drops it way down. But one thing you want to keep on ultra is your post effects. All right, that must stay at ultra to get the full effects. But you could drop all this stuff down and still have phenomenal, realistic looking graphics. Okay, so play around with this stuff. Okay, get this bar to, if this bar is full and you don't have that great of a graphics card, you're gonna get crazy FPS drop, and nobody wants that. Okay, guys and gals. So that is pretty much it for this tutorial, and just look at those graphics. Also, when you're going through your reshade options, make sure you go to nighttime, okay? Because nighttime makes a huge difference too. I got my darkness just right. I like that. You know, and when you go more into the city, obviously it's a lot brighter. So for instance, let's go over here, you know, right dead smack in the middle of downtown. And as you can see, you know, there's more lighting, so it's a lot brighter. So it just adds to that realism that I always talk about. And if we go out to Sandy Shores where there's hardly any lighting, it does get pretty dark. You see that, guys? I mean, it's amazing, okay? The graphics, everything is super amazing. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. I hope it was very helpful for you. Again, research your specs, research your computer, back up that file before attempting to do this. This is the last time I'm going to warn you. All right, guys and gals, check out all my YouTube brothers and sisters down below. Like I said, I am going to, I will link the ELS. Actually, let me just drop a vehicle real quick. Oh gosh. All right, there we go. I will drop my ELS tutorial that I just did for the better Radiance, and you can get your lights to look like this. I mean, look at that. With these graphics and these lights, absolutely amazing, y'all. Absolutely amazing. There's the takedowns. Look at that. Come on. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. So that will be linked down below as well. Right below all the links for the graphic mods. Folks, love you guys so much. We are almost at 1,180 subs. I would not be here without you, and I am super stoked to have you in my corner. Much love from Jeffrey Gamer to you all. If you want to show extra support to Jeffrey Gamer and get something in return, join the members section. Check it out down below. Look at some of the perks. There's some really cool perks there, including live streams with me, you know, Meet the Gamers perks, and discount on merch. And let me clear one thing up. Just because you are not a member of Jeffrey Gamer, a paid member, does not mean you can't be on Meet the Gamers, okay? The Meet the Gamers is something that, if I have people that join that tier, I would still run it by the other owners of Meet the Gamer, which is Criminal Justice and Cookies, okay? So just because you're a member doesn't mean you're going to absolutely be on Meet the Gamers. It always has to be approved by my other hosts, the other owners. I do not own Meet the Gamers. It is a group thing. So it would always have to be approved by my other two partners that are the hosts of the show. And not being a member does not mean you can't be on Meet the Gamers. You can still apply and still get on the show. We are booked pretty heavily, but still get your name out there. All right, folks. So until next time, be safe, be healthy, be positive. Follow the rules and obey the law. Love you all so much. Have a great day.